Steelers, obviously they went through a lot of great points last season and a lot of low points last season. They were 11-0, and they ended up losing the first round of the playoff games to the Cleveland Browns. So, Mr. Brandon BC Combs, what games do you have circled on the Pittsburgh Steelers roster this year or schedule this year?
Not very many. I think this is going to be a down season for the Pittsburgh Steelers. I don't think that they're as good as a lot of other people seem to think that they are. I think that Ben Roethlisberger is just hanging on for a little bit too long. And I'm not very high. I don't like the loss of James Conner. This team offensively, I just don't see it. And with the schedule that they have going, it's going to be a tough road for the Pittsburgh Steelers. I could see them winning a few of these games, like against the Bears in Pittsburgh. That'll be a tight knit game. That'll be probably a really fun game to watch. Games against Cleveland, the games inside their division will be fun to watch. But outside of that, I can't really see much for the Pittsburgh Steelers. I have them at 5-12 this year.
5-12. Wow, that is not where I have them. Although I do have them, being overhyped per se, because like last year after going on the 11-0 and obviously losing with the last 4 or 5 games of the season, I think that is going to be a trend this season. I actually have them going 8-9, same as the Ravens this particular season, and that actually puts them, I believe, at third in the division. So spoiler alert moving forward. But the game that I have scheduled is this week 1 matchup when they travel to Buffalo Bills. So, obviously the Buffalo Bills, they are a great team. We saw them, do some work in the playoffs last season, and I believe when we did our way too early predictions, many people had them going 13-4. But I think this week 1 matchup is going to be a testing point for both teams, and I think the Pittsburgh Steelers fall on the short end of that stick, and they're going to quickly realize, hey, Ben Roethlisberger isn't this passing attack receiver quarterback that we thought we still had, and the whole game plan for the Pittsburgh Steelers is going to be adjustment moving forward. So with all that being said, I think Najee Harris is going to have a breakout season for the Pittsburgh Steelers. I guess you really can't say a rookie's going to have a breakout season by any means, but he is going to put Rookie of the Year numbers
it has
up.
to be a breakout season, right? Because he's never had.
Yeah, true. So that's kind of hedging, like heading the bet like a tad bit, I guess. But I think Najee Harris has to have a good season if the Pittsburgh Steelers want to make the playoffs at all. Who is your player to watch?
Player to watch obviously is Najee Harris. But to me, in order for them to have a good season, it's got to be Ben Roethlisberger. Ben Roethlisberger has to want to go out on a high note, and has to be able to find out. I look at him the same way I looked at Phillip Rivers last year. I just don't think he's got anything left in the tank. And look, they're not better than Buffalo. They're not better than the Bengals. They're not better than Green Bay. I'm going by their schedule here. They're not better than Seattle. They're not better than the Browns. They might this year be slightly better than the Bears. They're better than Detroit, obviously, but they're not better than the Chargers. Not better than the Bengals, not better than Baltimore, not better than Minnesota, not better than Tennessee, not better than I don't see it for the Pittsburgh Steelers this year at all. I have them in the division at 1-5 this year. I have them taking one game against Cleveland late in the season because Cleveland, it doesn't matter to Cleveland at that point. But I don't know. I just don't see it for Pittsburgh this year. I really don't. I'm not high on them at all.